Hi, my name is Jeff Fastbinder with a Line, and today we're building the new Trex 700N DFC. This is part 2 of the frame build assembly. We've just finished up the rotor head and the auto rotation unit, and now we'll be working on the clutch bell assembly and then moving on into the frame assembly. Again, we're utilizing our manual and utilizing the steps as prescribed within the manual. Again, this is a video supplement to help you be able to see the process firsthand, and also to give you just a full video reference of how the helicopter assembles. So let's go and get started. We're going to get started on our clutch bell and then move into the frame assembly. So if you're following along with our manual, you can see the process there and what's going on within the build, and you can utilize this. It's a great thing to have there. Alright, now we're moving on to bag 700NB10. 700NB10. This bag has a lot of the parts that we're going to need for the next step here. And again, we're going to be working on the clutch bell. And this is the 700NB11 bag, specifically. Cut this open. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and pop this out, our clutch assembly here that we'll be applying to our engine. And now we're looking at our actual clutch bell assembly here. Tighten these screws here. Let's check. Pull that nut off. These bearings, put those aside. And you see that kind of just wipes or comes off very easily. Alright. Let's go ahead and put that aside. Let's make sure we wipe off this oil. We can use this right here. Let's wipe off any oil that's there. And we're going to put some Loctite on these threads here. The pitch of the thread is very thin. That's fine. We'll just use our finger again to smear that in. Tighten that up. Again, if you have oil or anything like that, you want to keep that out of your actual liner area. So make sure you do that. You can put that sleeve aside if you want. It's a starter shaft. Okay, if you want to tighten this down, this is a little overkill, but you can use a tool like this so you don't mar your bell. Just go like that and make sure it's tight. This part here. You can use a pair of pliers or something like that if you want to, but if you just cinch this down like this, you can do this and tighten this up, and this should be more than tight. And if you feel that you need a little bit more tightness, you can apply a wrench to this, but that's should be more than adequate to secure the clutch bell. So I'm holding this taut in my hand, and then I'm twisting on the actual pinion itself like this. I have Loctite applied, and that's all we need there. So we'll put that tool away. That's it. We don't need that tool any longer. Like that. I advise to stay away from pliers, something like that, because if you mar it, you go like this, you'll mar the surface there and the bearings that ride right there. So let's not do that. Go ahead and have those bearings. Also, what you want to do is prepare these magnet areas. There's 2 holes or dimples. We'll be utilizing the magnets, and this will be utilized for the governor function of regulating our engine there. Here's the actual bearing holder. We'll go. Don't forget about this nut right here. Okay, let's put a little Loctite. We have Loctite, and then we're gonna tighten this down here. Alright. Any excess again, just wipe that off. So, as you can see, make sure you insert that nut, and then we're gonna tighten it down. I have a crescent wrench here. Go ahead and grab onto that. Just snug it down. Again, I'm using my fingers tight in my hand, holding the actual pinion itself, and then using the crescent wrench just to tighten that nut. Again, that should be more than enough to secure that. Those bearings locked in, these two larger bearings here. We'll go ahead and put this back into the bearing assembly here. Slide the start shaft through. Alright, and now we'll put the other side here. Close that up. Alright. And let's get our hex drive coupler here. Well, we can see it. There's a dot on two spots of the start shaft here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put that on here. And what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and put one side on just to hold that position. And again, if I want to be able to see where I'm at, I can rotate it around so that way I know that I'm on that position. And then tighten the grub screw. Okay. Once you know you're on your position there, you can put your grub screw with some Loctite on there. Tighten this side down. Then the one that I was just using just to indicate the position, back that out, again check, okay, that side's open as it should be on the dot there. Then we'll go ahead and put this in, the threads, and insert this grub screw. Again, it's in the hex coupler for starting up your helicopter. And that's the clutch bell assembly for your helicopter. Okay, this is majority of the parts here. We got some other screws and bolts. We'll go ahead and open this up. This is from bag 700N DFC. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and put these Allen screws in here. And they have nylon inserts. One comes from one side, one comes from the other. So they oppose each other. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and insert the nut there. Okay, snug that up. Then flip it. Put the nut in again. And there's a cavity for the nut to drop into there. Just gotta line that up. And you just tighten that up. Okay. Alright. Okay, there's our clutch bell. Put that there. And as far as the other parts of the assembly, we have our fan unit here that we need to go ahead and apply this. Okay, let's go ahead and put some Loctite on this here. Whoa! Almost lost the fan. There we go. Just get it snugged up. Don't tighten all the way down until you have all the screws applied there. When you're threading in, make sure that your screw is straight, so don't go real fast and just drive it in without feeling it. So make sure that you're driving the screw in straight and correct, so that way you don't strip your threads. Make sure that when you're assembling your helicopter that you do that. You don't want to go off at an angle and damage the threads, so just go in there. Okay. Go. Got a little Loctite on the fingers there. Okay, now we'll snug it down. We'll go across. Just little quarter turns. Again, it doesn't have to be, you know, super tight, but I mean, you want it snug down relatively well. All right, so there's our fan assembly with the flywheel. We've got our clutch, which the clutch valve drops into here, like that, and that'll go on our actual engine. We won't have to do much more as far as this process goes. I'll go ahead and loosen this up so you can see it. There are lock washers on these bolts here that are on your clutch bell. Excuse me, your actual clutch. So go ahead and pull that out. And we'll tighten this down utilizing these two Allen screws here as they mount onto your shaft. Makes it nice and true to minimize vibration in your helicopter. Alright, let's get started on the actual frame itself. Excuse me. We have some screws left over from that process that'll be utilized when we're putting the actual frame together. Alright, so that was the clutch bell assembly, and we're going to get started on the actual frame configuration build. So let's go on to the next process here. Again, this was the clutch bell assembly, and now we're moving on to the frame. If you have any questions about this process, again, my name's Jeff Fassbinder, and you can reach me at jeff@alignrcusa.com, or you can look at our website at www.align.com.tw. Thanks for watching, and our next segment, part 3, the frame.